Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Steven with Surface It Decorative Concrete, and in this video we're going to show you how to epoxy floor like a pro. We're going to be doing a 3-day full broadcast epoxy chip system on this 440 square foot garage. So the first thing we're going to want to do is get this place vacuumed up, get it all nice and clean. And I was just using a flathead screwdriver to get all the debris out of the joints. Okay, now that everything's been cleaned up, we can start profiling the concrete. We achieve this by diamond grinding with our HTC Duratic T5. Our diamond segments are 20-30 grit and they are single sag. This is going to get us the right profile that we're looking for so we can adhere with an epoxy coating. Okay, so now that all of our machine work is complete, it's time to move on to edging. We're getting this achieved with a diamond cup wheel on a 4-inch angle grinder. Alright, now that we've finished all of our profiling, it's time to get this place cleaned up. We're using our S26 Husqvarna vacuum for this process. Very, very important to get all the dust and debris off of the concrete slab. Once the body's been done, now we can work on the joints and all the edging just using the tube of the vacuum. This is what everything looks like once it's been ground out and vacuumed up. We're going to be using our Slab Lock 50 moisture primer from Desert Polymer Flooring. Alright, we're getting a little pre-mix here on our Slab Lock 50. You want to make sure that you pre-mix for at least a minute to a minute and a half before you add your B part. Okay, once everything's pre-mixed, we can now add our B part. We're going to go ahead and add that now. So you do want to mix this down with 1 quart of water. Our total mix time is going to be for 2 minutes. The first minute, blend up raw material, and then add your water and blend for an additional minute. Alright, now it's time to apply our Slab Lock 50. I always start out with my curbs first and then all my joints. This is a water-based product, so I'm allowed to keep the contents into the bucket. Once I have all my trim done, I'll pour everything out on the floor and make sure I roll it with my 18-inch 3/8 snap roller. And at that point, what we're going to want to do is roll it 2 to 3 times in each direction. So if you were just to roll it one time, pretty much the product would be super aerated. The whole idea of this product is to make sure you have full saturation in the slab, and that's going to help prevent any outgassing when it comes to laying your epoxy coat. And here's a quick look at what our Slab Lock 50 looks like once it's been installed, and you're going to want to let this set for 24 hours before you come back with an epoxy coat. So we are back on day 2. We've let our Slab Lock 50 cure out for 24 hours. And today we're going to get started with a little bit of crack patch. So we're patching our cracks with Desert Polymer Fluorine Epoxy Patch Gel. This is a 2-component material at a 1-to-1 mix ratio. You can achieve this just by mixing by hand for approximately 3 minutes until you have a nice consistent color. So now that we've got everything all whipped up, we can go ahead and start filling these cracks in. So one pro tip is definitely make sure that you pack as much material into these cracks as you can. Smooth it out with your spatula using quite a bit of force on there. And you're gonna get these runners on the side of each crack. So make sure you scrape up those runners, leaving no extra material on the floor that you don't need. Now that our crack patch is dried, we can go ahead and start pre-mixing our epoxy. We are using a pigmented. This is a concrete gray from Arizona Polymer Fluorine. This is Epoxy 100. You're gonna wanna split these off into a 2-gallon bucket. Once all the contents have came out of there, you can go ahead and add your B and blend up for 2 minutes. And you can add a quart of water to this material. Now, one thing I do like about it is a water-based epoxy, so I have plenty of time. I can keep all my material in my bucket, just use what I need, broadcast all my curbs, go ahead, give everything a cleanup, come back, start filling in all of my joints, and then I can start applying epoxy product to the floor. So we are on day 3, top coat day. First thing that we're gonna do is get this floor scraped up, detailed, vacuumed up, and then we can start applying our polyaspartic top coat. So now that I'm getting ready to install our polyaspartic top coat, I'll walk you through it real quick. Add your contents. This is actually a 2-to-1 polyaspartic, and you want to whip it up for about 3 minutes on a low-speed drill. Making sure you don't remove your drill bit out of when you're mixing. It's very important not to aerate a polyaspartic. You want to keep that bit submerged. As you see here, I do all my edges, all my curbs first. I do all my joints first, and I pull the material really tight out of these joints not to leave any puddling. Polyaspartics do dry very quickly, so you don't have much time to work with them. So that's a wrap. Here's our final product after we got that polyaspartic top coat down. This is our 3-day epoxy chip flooring system, full broadcast. This is a 1/4 inch flake. Our color is Quicksilver. We really hope you guys liked what you saw here on this YouTube video. Please like and subscribe. We really had fun making this one, and we'd like to continue doing more.